Hello, it's me, Summer, and welcome back to my channel. Today I have built a studio apartment which is loosely based on a flat where two of my good friends live. So we've got like your open plan living room, kitchen, dining area, and then you've got a bathroom, the hallway, and then there's a mezzanine upstairs where the bedroom is. I've been wanting to build a house like this for a little while, so I went for it. It's just like a room build, so I'll get that on the gallery for you. So moving on, we are going back to Sim Chat after my little break. So I've been away, if you hadn't known, I've been in New York. Got back a week ago, but I needed a little break after to recover really. Yeah, that was exciting. That was, what's the word to describe it? It was an adventure. And we had a lot of fun getting back. If you follow me on Twitter, you will know all about that. Maybe a story for another video in the future. But this week in the Sim Chat, we are discussing, I asked my community on Twitter if they prefer playing Let's Plays or they prefer playing a challenge. So a Let's Play is like normal gameplay, making up stories, stuff like that. A challenge is where someone has created some rules and set some goals and kind of play that instead of the usual gameplay. So I put my poll up on Twitter, and there was 54% of people in my Sims community voted for a Let's Play, and 46% of people voted for the challenge. So I thought that was really close. I had a few comments, so we'll have a look to see what they've said. First of all, we had JetGirl at JetGirlUK, and what she said is that I like challenges because I like having goals and I like to build my stories around them. And I like that idea. That's something I like about challenges. It changes the way you play a little bit. You can create different types of stories and stuff like that, as opposed to like your usual following your aspirations, stuff like that. So I do like that, and I agree with her to an extent. And then Hanbam at HanbamSims said that she enjoys challenges, but she prefers LP style because she can develop the Sim stories. However, I can develop the Sim stories however I want and not have to make them do things that the challenge makes them do, i.e. not be able to play with certain Sims, having to kill them off, etc. Which I get as well. You know, you can create your story for them and there's no restraint. You can do whatever you want, and you know, especially if you're a more creative player or person, it's probably a more enjoyable way of playing because, you know, it opens up, you can do what you want, especially with like mods and stuff like that. You can sort of create your stories and your game to be how you want it to be, and you know, create your own kind of storylines and stuff like that, and I do like that. Then I had the Senile Simmer, and what she said is, for me, a challenge helps shape my gameplay. There's usually a beginning, a middle and an end, so when it's done I can move on to another one. With a Let's Play, it's hard to know when to end it, which I think is a really good point. The Senile Simmer does absolutely stacks of challenges. If you have checked her channel out, if you haven't checked her channel out, go for it, it's great. I'm a huge fan of the Senile Simmer. That is the thing with challenges, it just gives you definite goals, it gives you a focus, it doesn't go on too long, because I sometimes think that with LPs they can go on and on and on. Like if I was looking for a new Let's Play to watch, if that was already on like part 100 or something like that, it would put me off from watching it because it's a lot of time to invest. I know the stuff like the Not So Berry challenge and all these legacy ones that go on, but for me, I kind of think that your kind of ideal length of Let's Plays probably goes from about 40 to 60 parts. A challenge probably, you know, 20 to 40. That's my attention span, depending on how long the part is as well. You know, you could have lots of smaller 15-minute parts as opposed to half-hour parts, maybe more parts to that. Binge watch it a bit more, I don't know. So the final comment that we got was from Vanilla Bean, and what she said is that she personally loves playing in an LP form, and she feels like the Sims have a mind of their own, but giving them backstories and chiseling their life is so fun. Which, yeah, I think that's a good point. I elaborated on this, I asked her and I asked him. Yeah, I get that. Sometimes I find though it's really hard if you don't bond with the Sims, and what she said, yeah, the same, but what she says is that, you know, you play them, you work out how you want to play them, and the ones that you don't like, they get disposed of. You can bring new characters in and stuff like that. So I kind of think that kind of goes back to what Hanbam says, is that create this whole new universe for yourself, I suppose, with them, which you don't get with a challenge because you're trying to complete a goal and you're trying to follow all these rules if you do it properly. So what do I think? Personally, I prefer challenges. Funnily enough, I haven't actually got a challenge on my channel at the moment. I've just got a couple of Let's Plays, but I love to kind of break the game, play at different roles, create a little bit of chaos, and I think that a challenge gives you structure to do that, whereas the way I like to play it, I mean, I will go on to Let's Plays in a second, but with the challenges, it gives you you have these rules to follow with the challenge, and you've got these ideas to follow, and you can create, because there's kind of like an end point, there's certain things you have to achieve, you can make the chaos around that, whereas if you're kind of creating chaos and mad scenarios in a Let's Play, it's a bit more kind of, I can't think of the word, like false. The challenge is meant to be like that, whereas in a Let's Play, you know, you need a bit more of a natural flow to it, and I don't think that it's as easy. Not to say that, you know, you can't set things up and stuff like that in the LP, because you totally can, and I do that myself. Another thing, I love to create my own challenges. I've got a couple, I haven't released any yet. I suppose my Castaway challenge, which you may or may not have watched, if you haven't, it's probably it's the most madness on my channel. I would go and watch it. It's my first video, so the quality's not as great, but I'm pleased with them. But I kind of created that myself. The idea is I wanted something a bit mad, and that's kind of how I enjoy playing. I'm more of a let's see how long it takes for something bad to happen sort of player, whereas the Castaway challenge is more about survival. I wanted to be last man standing, so I like to kind of create my own versions of them as I go along, which, you know, that's kind of defeating the object, but it's to make things more enjoyable for me to play and for you to watch, because what's the point if I'm not enjoying myself, neither are you. You know what I mean? I'm not entertaining if I am not having fun. So, you know, I've got a couple of challenge ideas in the back burner, which I'm probably going to do, and keep an eye out on Twitter or my channel, see if anything comes up. But I think I'm more suited to create my own things, because then I can do them as crazy as I want. However, what I find with the challenges is that it didn't happen with my Runaway Teen challenge, but it certainly did with the Castaways. I often get attached to my challenge sims. It's usually not the ones I think I'm going to get attached to. Sometimes when I was playing a challenge that I felt as though you can't quite finish this, and this isn't just stuff on the channel, this is how I play off screen as well. Sometimes you feel like you can finish their story when you're doing the challenge, and sort of leading back to sort of what Vanilla Bean said, I come up with storylines as well for my sims, and this happened with the Castaway challenge. I got really, really attached to Cynthia and Meek. You could probably tell kind of halfway through I kind of fell in love with them a little bit, and I like to kind of, because I've done the challenge and because I've got to know my sims in an extreme circumstance, it kind of gives me the tools to create an LP based on them fully and help them develop them into kind of what I want, and it helps me create a more enjoyable experience for myself and others. So I think that they do go hand in hand. Certainly for me, I kind of want to use my sims throughout my channels over the years, well, months and hopefully years. I hope that I don't disappear anytime soon. So I just think they kind of play well into each other. Like, I find that my Afterways series, that is kind of after the Castaways, that's what Afterways comes from. That's where I got the idea for the LP, because I hadn't finished with Cynthia and Mika, and I've got plans for that, and that's going to start kicking back off. The next video is coming out on Friday, and you know, I just wanted to finish it off and continue. I just wanted to continue their story. So, you know, I can see both sides of things, but I think that doing the challenges, it gives you kind of those initial tools to either be mad and chaotic, which I love to be, or learn to love your characters. You know, I had 8 sims to start with, so I was bound to get attached to one of them along the way. Maybe 2, which is what happened. So that's kind of my input. So you voted for Let's Plays, which is cool. I prefer to watch challenges, I prefer to play challenges, but that's just me. That's what I enjoy, that's what my challenge is about. So I'm going to leave you watching the rest of this video. I hope you enjoy it. If you do, please like, comment and share. I do love to hear what you say, even if it's bad. Just be constructive. And if you haven't already, if you're brand new to my channel, hello there. If you would like to, click the button down below, or my little T, I worked out how to do my watermarks, yes. Click that button down below, join the tribe and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye everyone.